Hey, what's up? It's your girl Neek, and you're tuned in to Neek at Night. And tonight I'm wearing one of my shirts that I designed a long time ago. Like, I never even released this shirt, but you know what I'm saying? Gotta represent for the dark skinned honeys. Not pretty for a dark skinned girl, pretty, period. I should release these one day, but you know, I never did. I don't know. But, anyways, let's talk about Queen Naija. Let's talk about it. Okay, so as you guys know, there has been a lot of family drama between Queen, her mom, her sister, Clarence, his sister, his family, the mom feeling some type of way, Tina feeling some type of way. The family of Queen has been very vocal in their feelings. The mom tried to be a little bit reserved and not try to really slander her daughter, but you could tell like she felt some type of way about the things that have been going on. There have been a lot of allegations made in regards to Queen, and there has been a lot of views and opinions from bloggers across the land of these YouTube streets, including myself. And now she decided to come forward and defend herself, offer up what she feels like is the reason for this all, and get to the bottom and fill her audience in on what's going on. And on top of her, you know, posting up this video, she didn't disable the comments because she don't want to see what nobody got to say. I think she kind of know what she said was kind of BS, but you know it is what it is. Anyway, so in this video, she talks about the origin of her family tension and how her mom started to feel away, and then how the relationship with Clarence grew with more and more and more and more tension. So in this video, she goes from start to finish on basically, you know, explaining how her mother had a lot of concerns for the fast-paced route in which she was moving with Clarence. And she kind of tells the story in a way as if, you know, she kept referring to her mom as being jealous of Clarence and jealous, like she kept using the word jealous. And I'm like, this girl is so mind gone that she don't even realize that her mom is not jealous of her relationship. Her mom is being a mother and looking out for her daughter because she sees a problematic situation happening. So y'all know the origin of this situation, those of you who have been following my videos. So basically what happened with her is she was married to Chris. While she was still married to Chris, she started having this crush on Clarence. She was having this crush on Clarence. Her and Chris even had a video where they talked about how she had this IG crush, and then I guess out of nowhere, you know, he found out that it was Clarence and he ended up blocking Clarence. Well, her and Chris started having trouble in their marriage, and she decided to talk back to Clarence behind, you know, Chris's back or whatever.
This is Clarence. Clarence started off as my Instagram crush. Then I just noticed he was so much more than that.
What about the light skinned nigga you like on your Instagram page?
Who?
Yeah.
Oh, no, wait, who? Which one?
Your crush. I said you had a crush on who you think attracted my Instagram when you showed me him?
Oh no, I got a whole new crush. I'm done with him. Who your Instagram crush?
She followed me, I followed her back for me following each other, you know what I'm saying? Like,
And?
I don't know how long we were following each other for, but I just remember checking and I'm blocked.
Listen, I didn't block him. I didn't block him. Listen, I was called and told to unfollow him.
She presented it to her audience as if, you know, that she just so happened to see him on live and she just so happened to come in contact with him, when all the while she had been talking to him all the while. And these are things that I told y'all that y'all said that I was full of shit for saying. These are things that I told y'all, but basically she admits that, you know, she was talking to Clarence, and then they did this live where they faked like it was the first time them seeing each other. And then, you know, while she was pretending to be friends with him, but yet she was dating him, then she talks about how her mother kind of had concern for her and she felt like she was moving too fast, because the transition for her stopped talking to her husband and then her talking to Clarence was like immediately. You know, she didn't give herself time to, you know, love herself, get to know herself. And as a mother, her mother kind of, was like, wait a minute, baby, you kind of moving too fast. You doing, you know what I'm saying? Because she immediately went from staying with Armand and Trey and going to stay with Clarence in his mother's basement. And she kind of, from there, almost never seen her child for months. Her mom was taking care of CJ. She would get CJ for like a day. And then CJ would go to her mom and be staying with her mom. And then from CJ staying with her mom, he would go to her dad. And then when it was Queen's time to get the baby again, she would get the baby for like a day and then pass him right back to her mother. So as a mom, like what mom wouldn't be concerned with that? Like her mother came to her as a mother with concern, like, look, baby, you probably moving too fast in this situation. And she kind of felt like, Mom, I'm working, which, they making videos, they getting views. But she was at the same time neglecting her responsibility as a mother. So the words that Queen uses in her video, she tries to allude that her mother is jealous of Clarence. And it's like, your mom is not jealous of Clarence. Your mother is concerned for what you're doing. And eventually Queen, she started to get a lot of backlash because a lot of her audience started seeing the fact that she was just throwing her son off to her mom. These are things that we've seen without them saying it, without the mama coming out and saying something, without, we've seen like, okay, wait, your mama is over here, you over this state, Chris is over here, so when are you seeing your baby? So she started getting a lot of backlash and a lot of heat for not being in her child's life as much as the active parent and being up under Clarence. And so in her video, she talks about how her mom started to, want her to be closer to her. And she kept, like I said, throwing around the word jealous. And I'm like, these people really got this girl thinking that her own mama, who got her best interest at heart, is jealous of her. And that's not the case, So she then talks about how her mom felt like she was moving too fast with Clarence, which we all seen the fast-paced route that she took. To us, she tried to say we're friends to cover up the fact of how fast they were moving. But to real people like myself, I knew what was up, and I let y'all know what was up, even though y'all was talking shit to me for letting y'all know what was up. So then, fast forward, her mom's concerned about that. She talks about how her mother was living in Detroit, and then her mom went to stay in Alabama. And then when her mom wanted to move from Alabama and go back wherever, Queen offered up the idea for her mom to stay in Atlanta. So she got her mom a place. And a lot of people, they all like, she brought her mama a house. She brought her mama a house. Her mom should be grateful. No, she rented her mother a house, which is still equally good, but buying a house and renting a house is two totally different things. If Queen credit is bad enough to where she can't pick the car that she wants, a house is way more than a car. So if she can't pick the car that she wants, what make you think that she has good enough credit to purchase a home? Anyways, use common sense. And I've been talked about that on my channel too. Anyways, so she talks about how she decided to, relocate her mother to Atlanta because it would be more convenient for her to drop her baby off to her mother. And so she made promises to her mom, that they would live close to each other. So in addition to Queen moving fast and moving with Clarence almost immediately in his mother's basement after she, connected with him in person, where she tried to act like that was her first time meeting him in person, she then got his sister to manage her. And not only did his sister manage her, but she also became in control of Queen's money. And so again, Queen in her video, she tried to make it seem like, oh, my mom is jealous because, or, oh, my mom got a problem with Lee managing my money or whatever. And she tried to allude that her parents or her mom, like, she kind of said it in a way in which it made it seem like her mom was like money hungry or something. And that was the reason why she kind of had a problem with Clarence's sister managing her money. But no, any mother, if I go to my mom today and I just meet this guy a month ago and I meet him and then I not only get his sister to manage me, but I make her in total control of my finances, my mom gonna look at me and be like, girl, what kind of, and snap some sense into me telling me, you know, how problematic it is to have the guy that you're dating sister be in control of your money and your career. That is like a big red flag for a parent or anybody with common sense. You know, so her mom felt some type of way about it. And it's like, what mom wouldn't? You know, but she tried to paint her mom as being like somebody who was like money hungry or whatever. And I was just like, she is so brainwashed by these people that she don't understand how gone she is, you know? And so then she talks about how she was supposed to, you know, move close to her mom. So not only was she relocating her mom, but the plan was that, you know, I'm going to move to Atlanta, you're going to have a place in Atlanta, and we're going to move close together with one another so, you know, we could be in close proximity, which, you know, she then rented her mom a place. And then when she got her mom that place, then when it was time for her to get a place, she moved way far away from her mom. So her mom felt like, okay, like now, like you said, we were supposed to be living close together, and now like you're isolated. And I'm sure her mom felt like Clarence was isolating her daughter, which that's what he has been doing the entire time. And so again, in Queen's video, she tried to make it seem as if her mom was jealous, like, oh, I'm living my life. They're jealous because they want to do videos with me and I can't do videos with them. And I don't think that that was their issue. I think that they genuinely love her and see how problematic this relationship is. Not only is this man with you every step of the way, but he also is in control. Well, his sister is in control of your finances, your career, all of this stuff. All of that stuff is problematic. And they're limiting or eliminating your friends. You don't have the same friends anymore. You eliminating your friendships. Now all you're doing is consume with his family. You're hiring the sister as the manager, the brother as the bodyguard, the friend as the opening act. Like, it just was a lot. And then you're cutting us out from being there for your happy moments. She talks about how her mom wanted to be there the day that she signed her record deal. And when she signed her record deal, all of her fans were wondering, why isn't your mom here for this moment? You know, and she claims that Clarence paid for his own ticket. The record label paid for her and Lee's ticket, which is Clarence's sister. And then Patty paid for his own ticket. And she wouldn't have had the finances to pay for her mom's ticket and her brother's ticket because it was short notice and she only had a 3-day notice, blase. So she decided that she wanted Clarence there. So that's why he was there. And her mom felt some type of way about it. And I feel like her mom was right in feeling some type of way because her mom has been supporting her. I'm watching your kid for you. You know, like you're hardly having him. I'm helping you so that you can pursue your dream and everything like that. And I'm trying to support you. I've been here from the beginning. You meet this guy within a month's time and your biggest moment, your biggest achievement, you don't have me there to celebrate to you. And at the time that she went to sign, she had already dropped medicine. Her views were doing really well. So Queen had money, bro. Like, she had enough money to pay for her parent, her mom, her sister, and her brother to be there. It's not all about, like, for me, there is no way in hell the woman that birthed me, my mama that done had my back, that done raised me, that done stuck through thick and thin, is not going to be there for my biggest accomplishment. I don't care how much it costs. I'm going to pay for my mama to be there. I'm going to pay for my brother to be there. It's not all about, like, she's trying to make it seem like, you know, like some things are about money where people trying to get money, but certain things are priceless. And having your mom there, I feel like that's one of those moments that should have been priceless and should have been celebrated with the people who've been having her back and not some vultures that's coming in to swarm in on her success and capitalize off of what she got going and what she built her damn self with her ex-husband that they eating off of and ripping the benefits from. That's just me. So then she goes on from talking about that situation to then talking about how, tension was brewing between her mom, feeling like, their family was cut out and Clarence's family was placed in. She talked about how, her mom even had words for Lee at one point. And so Clarence had a grudge on her mom because her mom said something to Lee. But it's like, as a mom, like, I feel like you're taking advantage of my daughter. You in control of her finances. You're encouraging her thoughts. You're having her do things that, that she acting and moving funny. And it's, concerning. So, like a real mama would, I'm going to address the person because my daughter seems to be oblivious. She stigmatized. She don't see what's happening. So I'm going to come at the next person that is in charge of the fuckery that's happening before my eyes, And so the mom said some things to Lee. And so I guess according to Queen, Clarence held a grudge because the mom said some things to Lee. But in all actuality, I feel like he had to protect his assets. So he then, from my belief, I feel like once he seen that the mom seen what was going on and was trying to give Queen a heads up to, wisen up, he decided, to protect his assets. And the way that he does that is turning her against her mom, planting the seed that the mom is jealous and not concerned, which what she actually is concerned. He planted the seed that the mom is jealous of her and, created this tension and divide to where, that allows him to keep his asset, and everything like that. So then she talks about the hospital incident. And at the hospital incident, she talks about how Clarence been feeling away about the situation because he don't like the fact that the mama said something to Lee, and he don't like the fact that the mama was talking to Queen. And like, I wish the hell my baby daddy or boyfriend or whoever, like, if I have a disagreement with my mom and my mom checking me on something, I'm going to deal with my mom. Like, you're not about to jump sideways at my mama. I don't care what is going on. You know what I'm saying? So she talks about him having an issue with the mama having a talk with her daughter, so she's like, he was right in his feelings. He valid in his feelings. And she's valid, but she's jealous, but she's valid in her feelings, And so basically she was talking about how at the hospital, Clarence had this grudge because not only did she say something to Lee and he still felt a way about that, but he also felt a way that she talked to Queen some type of way. And it's like, bro, that's her fucking mama. That's her mama. Whatever issue she got with her daughter, she can address her damn child. So he felt some type of way about that. And when she went to go see the baby, he started bringing up those issues and he was valid in what he felt, So basically you let this man, like Tina said, talk disrespectful to your mom without saying anything and like it was okay, when that's not okay. And at the end of the day, the common denominator is Queen. She admits to being influenced by the decisions and the things that they say. And she was like, I even had to think about it. I had to think, am I being controlled? Am I listening? And then she says, well, I don't listen, but I will agree. Or she says something stupid like that. And it's like, that's the same damn thing. They're influencing what you do and you're running with it and not having a brain for yourself. Like you didn't get to where you were without them. Like she got to where she was and all the labels had already reached out to her before she ever linked up with them. So it's like, I don't know why she feels like she owes them so much or like they just are owed. Like, girl, like, and all your mom trying to do is warn you that you're being a little bit dumb here. You're not using your brain. I raised you to have a brain and use your brain. And you letting these people just tell you anything and you running with it. Queen tried to make it seem like, oh, my mom wanted a Benz, she wanted a Benz, she wanted a Lexus, and I didn't get her a Lexus. She kept trying to make it be about like the quote unquote money of it. She tried to paint her mom as this money hungry person, when I think it was not the fact that it was about the money or the exact car. I think it was the principle that this woman is your manager, she's in control of your finances, and now she's even influencing what you say and do and the promises that you have. Or I think her mom more so was like it's the principle type of thing, because that's how I took it. Like, it's not the fact that you didn't buy me this Lexus or you didn't buy me this Beamer. It's the fact that it was not your decision. You let these people tell you what to do for your own mother. You know, and I feel like it's the principle of it. And I don't think that her mom was this money hungry, you know, person. It was just more of a concern thing. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you will let them influence that much, have control of your finances, influence that much, influence everything that you do, cut me out, like you're cutting me out of your life. And I'm just trying to, you know, wisen you up. It's like, then what can they influence you to do? Like, if they can influence you to do this, what else will they influence you to do? I feel like the mom was like, kind of like, it's the principle type of thing. Also, what I want to talk about, do you guys remember when Queen had went to Times Square and she was mobbed by all these fans, and it was like pandemonium, and it was like really chaotic and crazy? At that time, Queen had not announced her pregnancy yet to everybody, but she had announced it to her family. And she was very pregnant at this time. And at this time, her mom was very concerned for her safety and whether Queen was in the right hands.
No, I don't think that's her. I think it is.
Oh, is it Cardi B?
No, it's not Cardi B.
Cardi B
She's
just
still,
had a baby.
yeah, she's still recovering.
Who was that?
She's a rapper. I think that was Queen, right?
She's a rapper.
Yeah.
What's her name?
Cardi. It's Cardi B.
Natalie, this is one of those only in New York City stories. Times Square, an artist who just dropped her debut record a few days ago, decided to drop by Times Square and take a look behind me. It happened here where you see that guy waving. Just past him, there's a police substation, and police were on hand to try to disperse the crowds. This happened around 2:30 this afternoon. She decided to drop by for a meet and greet she did, as you can see by the videos. Her name is Queen Naija. Hundreds of fans mobbed the corner of 43rd and 7th to get a glimpse of the musician. Fans we spoke with said the social media turned R&B artist gave them a heads up on social media ahead of time. They tell me she arrived at 2:30, and you can see by the video, so did the crowds.
Because how y'all gonna set up this event to where y'all know she pregnant, put her life in danger, don't have proper security? You know, so it's like, not only are y'all taking over her finances and controlling her thoughts and mind, but you're putting her in jeopardy as well.
The very day that this happened, I called this out on my channel when they had ripped off this other girl's design, but I also talked about the Times Square incident. And I talked about the management, how they didn't have her best interests at heart, and how I felt like she was being pimped out. This isn't the first mishap of spicy management. There's a lot of things that go on that don't seem to be handled properly. Just today, Queen had a meet and greet where it looked like a complete zoo of chaos. Queen looked like she was in complete terror. She looked scared to death. It was a swarm of fans, which is, you know, that's great. But if you know that you have these amount of people coming out, you have to have proper security, proper protocol, proper things in place. And, you know, all of these missteps, like, something bad can happen. Despite my constructive criticism for Queen, I honestly truly feel bad for her. I feel like this is a pimped out, being milked situation. But, you know, as young adults, we learn from our mistakes, and I feel like this is something that she'll learn from eventually when she gets the haze of this crush phase, liking phase over with, and and see the red flags for what they are. But this video isn't about Queen. This is about the management, and the management dropped the ball yet again. And the management, I don't feel like, is equipped to properly manage them as a unit and a brand, and the girl should have gotten credit. Okay, and after I had dropped my video, Queen's mom ended up posting a video about her concerns with spicy management and how she felt. I just went to her channel to try to find that video because at that time I was like, ooh, her mom ain't feeling them, But, she had deleted her page when the whole drama had happened with Tina or her or whoever had made a comment on All Tia Shade. She had deleted all her videos off, handed her channel over, then regained her channel back. So I couldn't find that video, but way back in June of last year, her mom had issues with spicy management because she felt like they didn't have her daughter's best interest at heart. And mind you, Queen was pregnant at this time with her baby, and this is how they managed her. And it's like, if y'all doing all of this, y'all ain't really caring for her. Y'all just trying to get the fame of it and the hype of it, and just trying to capitalize off of her and disregard her safety, her well-being, and her overall care in general.
So I think that it's more to it than just, it's about the money, because she tried to really laid on thick about the money aspect and painting her mom like a gold digger. And I think it's more so about her mom just simply being concerned for her because she's not making wise decisions and wise choices at all. Like, she's just not. And she is very successful. She has plateaued her career, but as fast as you get your career and you build up, when you start to let people make these types of choices for you and you're not being smart in the things that you do and you're easily influenced in that way, that's really problematic. So I think her mother is just more so concerned than anything. You guys let me know what you guys feel about this. I don't know. I looked at it, and when she first started talking, I'm like, okay, finally, Queen is about to be real. She about to be real and authentic. But then when she started talking, I was like, this girl is so lost, bro. Like, I really feel for her because she's so stigmatized that she don't even realize it. And she's blaming her mom for her current state of her relationship not being good with Clarence. Now this is causing issues with Clarence. And her whole thing is like, she don't want nothing to interfere with that. And so now she mad about it. She's mad, like I told y'all, anybody who ruined her thing that she got going with Clarence, she gonna cut you out. Mamas, grandmas, and all. And her mama is interfering with her happiness. So she not feeling that at all. And so that's why she out here painting her mom in that way, when at the end of the day, she really needs to reflect on what is being presented to her. Her mother has her best interest at heart, I feel like. Her mom, even though she has talked about certain things on social media, she still haven't slandered her. She still haven't, but I feel like the times that she did talk out, she was talking out from a place of hurt because her daughter pretty much betrayed her for this nigga. And people think like, well, Queen do all this, she paid for this and that. But Queen's mother equally helps her taking care of her child and, making it convenient for her to be able to blow up and things like that. So, I don't know. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this. Let's talk about it in the comments. All right, guys, that's all for this video. Stay tuned for more celebrity news and gossip. But in order to do that, be sure to hit that like and subscribe button right now. Also, hit that notification bell so you're notified when I post these videos. I know that some of y'all be saying that y'all don't get my notifications, but maybe check and double check to make sure the notification bell is still clicked, because maybe it accidentally was unclicked. So if that's the case, be sure to re-hit the notification bell so you're notified the next time I post a video. All right, guys. Peace.
Actually, before I go, I want to make sure to say this. Don't get me wrong. Like, I have called out Queen for some of her lies because she has lied countless times. But in all actuality, I really, truly, from the bottom of my heart, I feel sorry for her because Queen is a talented girl. She done skyrocketed her success with her talent and not at the expense of Clarence or her sister or his sister. And I just really wish she would realize that she is the talent. She is the boss of this. She has a voice, and stop giving so much credit to these people who, I mean, yes, they may have helped her book a couple gigs or, you know, set up some things, but these are things that she could have done on her own. You know, she gives them, I think, way too much credit. And, you know, if in her brain, she feels like she owes them for her success when the record labels already were reaching out to her. They already were contacting her. She already had a fan base from what she built with her ex-husband. And her fan base, it did quadruple and triple and magnify once she got with Clarence. And that was due to, you know, her breaking up with her husband, people like leeching on to try to be nosy. Because I was one of those people in the beginning. I'm like, dang, didn't she just get a divorce? Like, who is this new guy that looked just like her ex? You know, and I was being nosy, so I watched the videos just like a lot of other people. So it boosted her up, but that was because she already had a buzz. So she feels like because her fame kind of like tripled at that point, she owes it to him. But the only reason that her fame tripled is because she dropped a dope ass song, which was Medicine. And despite how I feel, Medicine is a good song. The other songs, I feel like they started to sound the same, but Medicine is good. And so, you know, she dropped that dope song. She had a fan base with her husband, and the buzz that came next was because of her. So, you know, I just wish that she would realize her value in this. She's undervaluing herself, and I think her mother realizes that she's undervaluing herself. And I tend to be raw and uncut with the things that I say, and maybe, you know, it comes off a little harsh, but when I see bullshit, and I call out bullshit, and that's just that, you know. So I just want to make that clear. I wish Queen the best. And while I was watching her video, I could tell that she realized that it's some fuck shit going on, but I feel like she's in so deep that she wants to protect her image, and she wants to try so hard not to have that "I told you so" moment from the fans, because the fans have been telling her for a very long time that Clarence wasn't right for her, you know. So I think that's what it is. I think that she realizes that, damn, like this shit is getting out of hand, you know. And again, I wish her the best, and hopefully, you know, Clarence will, like, you know, straighten up and get his act together, because at the end of the day, regardless of how you or anybody feel about Clarence, they now have a child together, and they now have to, you know, try their best to make that family dynamic work. And I wish that he would just get off of his high horse a little bit. I want her to kind of boss up more. You know, I don't wish that they break up or for their downfall or for their situation not to end. I just wish that she start valuing her worth a little more and start bossing up. And when it comes to situations with her mama, speak up. Like, it's your mama, not his mama. It's your mama. If you got a disagreement with your mama, handle it with you and your mama. Stop letting him take so much control over your life. And, you know, she says that she's submissive, but, you know, be submissive. Like, make that nigga give you a ring, then be submissive. And it's not a bad thing to be submissive while you're still in the dating phase, but some things, it's like, listen, boss up a little bit. That's all I gotta say. All right, y'all, I'm officially gone now, so that's just that. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and the Queen Minions, I'm gonna meet y'all in the chat, because I know y'all gonna be talking out the side of y'all neck. And I'm gonna meet y'all at the door, okay? All right, guys, bye.